Hello everybody, I am One Ton Panda. What you're about to watch is a game called Fear and Hunger 2 Termina. This is a game that deals very heavily in the fear of rape, violence, and mental torture. It is oddly a game that I'm a fan of, but please make no mistake, this may not be for all audiences. It is a very confronting game. So, without further ado, please take care of yourselves and others, and be good people. I'm sorry, this may not be what you're expecting, but just hear me out for a minute. This is one of the things that I'm a big fan of this game for. I just opened it and realized something. Even from the main menu, they are trying to mess with you. Most main menus will have no sound, a creepy sound. Listen to what this gives you. There are no cuts here, ladies and gentlemen. This is just how it is. Incredible. You're probably going to realize Panda's a lot more laid back for this one. It is simply just because I think this game deserves laying back too. Here we go. We have an ex-soldier who's 18. Okay. Having fought in war since he was 13, ex-soldier excels at ranged combat and has a great aim with most firearms. The occultist focuses on the creative use of otherworldly powers. While not as strong with harmful or offensive skills, her abilities are no less impressive when used properly. The doctor's skills set is mainly focused in curing different status ailments and analyzing possible weaknesses in enemy anatomy. The mechanic is adept at crafting her own makeshift weapons and traps. Along with mechanical skills, also understands more complicated machinery. The yellow mage. Contrary to other priests' belief, yellow mages don't dedicate their lives to worship. Yellow mages use otherworldly powers only to their own benefit and to further their own agenda. The botanist. Very clearly in a wheelchair. The botanist's knowledge covers a wide variety of plants and herbs. She can create mixtures with strong healing properties, or alternatively, she can use her own knowledge to create potent poisons. I kind of like her. The thug/boxer, 31. Life in an underground boxing ring has taught the boxer how to deal with opponents barehanded. The boxer excels at close quarters combat. The journalist. Having covered wars, coup d'états, and other disasters, the journalist has picked up various skills that help her survive. Persuasion skills definitely not being the last on that list. Right. I want to go with legs. Her name... Yeah, sure. Olivia works. Skip the character history. No! The soothing sound of the rail tracks. You are not used to such a peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your own mind wander. You reminisce. What has led you to this point in life? You remember moths. Blue moths. Blue noctured moths, to be precise. This is your first memory as a child. You and your twin sister sitting in the backyard, illuminated by the cold blue hue of the moon. Instances where it was just the two of you sharing a moment were rare. This is probably why those moments matter to you the most. You and your twin sister were born at the strikes of midnight, at the turning of the point of months. Thus you were born with different birth signs. One was born shadowed soul, one with the radiant soul. Since that moment, it was evident that the two of you would lead very different paths in life. Just as predicted, you were the polar opposites of each other from very early on. You were fragile, weak in build, whereas your sister Rayla was an active and adventurous child that could only easily be an athlete if she chose to. You stuck indoors, reading books for the most of your time. Your sister spent her time outside making friends with other kids of the neighborhood. Despite your differences, you took solace from each other in the strict religious household you grew up in. One thing was common between the two of you. You both wanted out of the ever-watching eye of your parents and their religious dogma. You found escapism from the nature and botanism. Your sister, also being academically gifted, took interest in science. She would dedicate her time to the new science that she centered around advanced engineering and the top-of-the-line technology. Her taking interest in the academy did irk you a little bit if she stepped into your territory. We stick to botanism. You decide to concentrate on your own doings instead of giving in to the jealousy quickly bearing fruit. You learned undergrowth awareness. While occupying yourself with the world of botanism, your sister would often quietly join your reading sessions, burying herself into her own books. Despite your differences, these reading sessions really created a strong bond between the two of you. During your high school years, disaster struck. You suffered multiple strokes in a short period of time and was left bedridden. Naturally, you were terrified by what could have happened, causing this. Your parents first turned to religious healers for aid, but nothing seemed to work. Your sister tried to persuade them to seek out modern doctors, but your parents were slow to react to her pleas. After getting no results, your parents finally gave in, but it was too late at that point. The diagnosis was that you had abnormality of the spine cord. The diagnosis was that you had an abnormality of the spinal cord that affected the blood flow and its supply. You underwent a long operation in hopes of fixing the issue, but unfortunately things didn't go well, and you were bound to a wheelchair for the unseeable future. If something had been done sooner, maybe things could have been different. What followed was an intense period during which you tried many different medical treatments, all for nothing. There was no escaping the wheelchair. Your legs did have some minor function, but they were left far too weak to carry your body weight properly. The world felt like such an unfair and hostile place after all you had gone through. All this just further created contrast between you and your sister. You couldn't help but be envious of her. Her life seemed to roll forward without hiccups of any kind, whereas you struggled with each step you took quite literally. Nevertheless, the two of you continued, if not on the same path, then on the same lane at the very least, as you both entered the same university in Bremen. Naturally, you were studying botanism and natural sciences, and your sister studied new computer science and engineering. You both were tremendously relieved you had finally moved out of your parents' sphere of influence. Like always, you and Rayla were the polar opposites. Why would things have gone any different in the university? You had trouble getting acquaintances with other students, but your sister, on the other hand, was already leading the student council and was given very familiar with one of the university professors. Try to steal the affection of the professor. Just concentrate in your own studies. Expose the professor for his superiors. Expose the professor. We're a snitch. Your student life continued smoothly. You were constantly ranked top of your class, and the nature seemed to lift its veil of secrets to you further got into your studies. Your sister did even better at school. Apparently she was practically a genius in her field. She took part in a special student exchange program between Bremen Empire and Eastern Union. She would get to see the world where you were stuck on your laurels. Nothing new, there you pondered. In any case, the time had come for you to choose where you would specialize in your botanical studies. Specialize in folkloristic side of botanism. Specialize in toxicology. You graduated, started your own research into botanism while also working the biggest greenhouse in Bremen. What should have been a brand new start in life was more like you falling into place to gather moss, living your life through your sister's amazing tales. Her research abroad seemed to open many doors for her. The Eastern Union hired her to work in top-secret facilities around the Central Europa. You would receive letters from her frequently, always from a different country. She could never fully reveal what she worked on, but she did say despite the workings for the army, her interventions would be for the better of mankind, not war. It all sounded incredible, and you were genuinely happy for her. Really. Only the letters came to a halt all of a sudden. You wouldn't hear from Rayla for months. After 6 months, your parents got information that Rayla had been accused of treason. She had committed serious crimes against Bremen Empire. That at least the official story. By the time you heard of her, she had already been in undisclosed Bremen prison for months. You felt helpless. There wasn't much you could do. The next time you heard of her when she was in the newspaper about a terrorist group called Nameless Liberty Underground, breaking her free from the prison. What had your sister gotten herself into? A terrorist organization? The news really bothered you. You definitely heard of the Nameless Liberty Underground before, but where? Then you remembered it. The Professor Rayla had been seeing during her school years mentioned the organization in a passing comment. You investigated where the professor had gone to after getting fired from the university, only to find out he had been executed several months prior. He too had been accused of treason and had been sentenced to the hang in the middle of the battlefield. Something weird was definitely going on. You got a search through the office and found several letters from Rayla. Apparently too had been letters corresponding long after Rayla had graduated. In the last letter from her, Rayla had cryptic writings about a cube. Eastern Underground had been desperately trying to replicate the cube, but to no avail, whatever that meant. Rayla was worried that the operation in pre-evil was what Kaiser of the Bremen Empire was after. There is still time before he could get there. I still have time. Those were Rayla's last words. Upon further investigation, you found out that pre-evil was a medium-sized city in the country of Bohemia. That is the last known location of your sister, and that is where you decided to head without delay. With a real adventure ahead of you, how did you prepare for this trip? We stocked up on herbs. You felt tense since the moment you embarked on this journey. Every night you'd seen nightmares or horrors of what await you in pre-evil. Are they just dreams, or you can't help but feel that there is more to the dream than mere logic would dictate? Say my character's history. Good God, that was a lot of reading. Whew. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you it gets into it. Just bear with me. Hang around. I've dozed off. Someone shoot that kid. You feel like somebody was watching you while you slept. Was that your sister? You see to get off and on your wheelchair. You search your luggage. You find a shotgun shell. Excuse me, salaryman. No answer. He dead. Curly-haired man. Excuse me. No answer. A pile of suitcases have been left here without supervision. The door won't open. It's locked from the outside. The door to the previous cabin is locked from the other side. Looking through the window, the cabin seems pitch black. I love the art style. An odd pamphlet. There doesn't appear to be anything interesting printed on it. The pile of suitcases have been left unsupervised. Door won't open. You search the luggage. You find 5 shilling. You search the luggage. You find a red herb. Your boy's about to get some full health. A pile of suitcases have been left here unsupervised. A wall of suitcases. Nothing off. This game does so well. This place. It's not the train anymore. You, janitor says. I've been looking for you everywhere. Where did you think you ran off to? Don't you understand? The hurry we're in? Get your hands off me. Yeah! A feisty one. The eyes of the janitor bulge out from their sockets as his expression intensifies. We can do it the hard way too. What do I have? Run, talk. Miss. Get that left arm off. Miss. Good. Good. Left arm's gone. Come on now. God, he's so accurate with that fucking arm. Item. Green herb with a bitter smell used commonly to cure infections by rubbing them on the herb. Sweet smell. The herb intensifies other herbs. Lavender. This scent soothes you and dilutes fears. Does this heal me? Sure doesn't. Right, I got one hit in me. Bitch. Bow! Uh-oh. Ah! Olivia was defeated. I'll teach you to run away. Let's see you dash around like a little jailbird without these chicken thighs of yours. Now get back to work. Wow. Janitor walked away. Apparently he has other slaves to look after as well. Wow. Contraption doesn't have any seeming of use. You have no idea what its purpose is for. God, this game is horrifying. Your head hurts. You feel like you're losing your mind. Probably for good reason, I'd guess. See, you'll get the audio dulled for you. I don't. Oof. I was going to say that must have hurt, but... Ah, you there, mysterious person says. Mysterious person greets you in a monstrous voice. Got you pulled out from that nasty place. You were going deep into that rabbit hole. To show you his goodwill, my master has mended your wounds and tatters this once. What a joy. Now you are safe under the beautiful green hue of the moon. Welcome to the moon tower. You wake up suddenly. What, is all that just a dream? Even your sister? The train, it's stopped moving. And I'm gonna ask skedaddle. Your boy's out. Not that way, he's not. Of course it's this way. Of course it's this fucking way. The man in the suit is talking to himself. He seems to be completely lost in his own thoughts. I'm late already. So late, he says. It fucking sucks to be you, boy. I'm right on time, baby. So that must be the curse of action for now. Oh, these are the other people I could have chosen. Hey, I'm Henrik. And this mystic gentleman over here is Orsa. It was Orsa, right? Silly man. I'm pretty sure it was. We were the first to wake up. We should have asked the army pig, that Bremen pig. He was in way too much of a... There's a fucking mosquito in my room, boys. There's a mosquito in my room. Abah! There's one less mosquito in my room. He was in way too much of a hurry. Ooh, you want to fucking fight, cunt? I missed you, apparently. Ah! Didn't miss you that time, you dumb dog. He was in way too much of a hurry to leave. I bet he knew something. This smells like a sadistic army experiment. Sounds exactly like something Bremen army would be a part of. I really have a hard time believing every conspiracy theory floating around. I'm a journalist. I've covered wars, you know. That's a Dead Rising reference. That's a Dead Rising reference. Shout out to my boy. My boy Frank. Is it Frank? Man, last time I played any Dead Rising, I was so young. Phew, time flies. Do stuff with your time, people. Day 1. I can't read that. Meh. All-terrain tires. Meh. Am I going the right way? I don't think so. Meh. Looks like a really dog shit fucking mod for Stardew Valley. Meh. Right. Man, it is real late, y'all. It's like 12 o'clock at night while I'm filming this, and I gotta tell you, I immediately, like, lost sight of what I'm actually doing out here. I was straight up thinking that, like, I'm on the path looking for, like, a lost screwdriver. It's definitely your sister. Retrieval. The mist slowly creeps from the darker woods. Yo. Celery man. Oh, it's you. From the train. Do you hear something? From ahead? That's probably not good. What is that? What on earth is going on? They are dead. A hacked off leg. A hacked off arm. So that's a Resident Evil reference. You can find a lady pinned exactly like that to an exact looking cabin wearing the exact clothes in Resident Evil 4. An empty bucket looked like it fell over on its own. Probably did. We love pentagrams around here. Can I play on the pentagram? They are dead. Should we report this to someone? The local police? They are dead. What now? Now you're attacking me? BOW! Right hook. Little did you know, pain is a problem. I don't know what you're doing trying to pull, but know that I'm prepared to answer violence with violence. Yeah, but are you prepared to answer violence with a really cool knife? Oh, he's weak on his right arm. Ah, fuck, he decked me for 30. Stupid bitch, you made your last mistake. You've activated my trap card. BOW! There goes the arm. My arm! You cut it! Yes. And now so slash your other arm! Because I am the villain of this game. Stop hitting me, man! Back it up! I'm gonna fucking cut your arm off, boy. BOW! There goes your other arm. Did you just body check me and do more stop it, you're mad. Maybe we can talk this through. Maybe we can talk this through. Let's have a civil conversation and give me that fucking leg, boy! Ah! Ah! Tackle. Olivia's knocked down from a wheelchair. Can we talk this out? Hey yo, I didn't actually mean this shit with the 1940s. We are civilized people, not the same bloodthirsty barbarians of the law. Let's act like it. You're right, let's find peace. Yes, Tanaka, I was the sensible one. Tanaka lowers his... What god? What is this man lowering? Did he drop his stump? Listen. Let's talk. Let's talk to them. Listen. Shh, shh, shh. You must think I'm some kind of idiot. You try to smother me with your talk while still holding the nefarious thoughts. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. I don't know what happens. I'll never get to that point. Ow! Olivia was defeated. Fear and hunger. Fuck! Wait! Wait! Run it back! What is this dude? 10'11"? Why am I missing his head so much? Panda, you're probably not meant to be the bad guy this early. That is fair. That is very valid. You shouldn't be the bad guy. Give me that fucking head, boy. Ah! Ah, bitch, you missed! Rev up. Rev up. Rev up. We charge, boys. We're swinging. Ah! Ah! Feel big? Beating up a woman in a wheelchair? Huh? 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 Fair enough. These people do... What you doing up there? Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a reference to Jesus. What is it? Where are you going? You head to the city? Nothing. meet you. Likewise. Now, if you'd excuse me, I spent a long time loitering around. Yeah, fair. Sucker! Get yourself a new deck of wheels. Look at how fast I'm moving. Alright, so the only experience... Whoa! You know what the fuck? Ah! No! I'm coming for you, pussy. What the fuck? Guys, there's 2 murderers about. Fuck, dead end. Ah, baby. Ah, baby. The disturbed man raises his rifle and clearly tries to take aim at an arm of you. The situation got dangerous all of a sudden. I'm ready to defend myself, bitch! Your words are in vain. The man has his irons on you. Wait, what can I attack on him? His arms! Ah! Disable his best weapons. This dude hits. Ah! Critical shot! Woo! Ah! Give me them arms, boy! Ah! I'ma dice him up. Come on, let me commit murder today! Ah! I committed murder! I'm bleeding. Mysterious man is laying down. Search him! His rifle is out of shape and broken. I got some 308 ammo. Beat him. No matter how much you punish the bony body of the rifleman, he gives no reaction. He must be dead. Yo, Panda kinda hurting. I have one more tick of bleed left before I go kaput. This is about to be the greatest speedrunning you have ever seen. Devoid of any life. Yo, I get it. Woodsman, Termina is upon us. I get it, bro. Like, I understand. Like, Panda was excited to do that the first time. A bloody toilet hole. The seedings are covered in blood, feces, and semen. Woo! Dive on in there, baby! Try to fit through the hole. What do you know? It's big. Is it a mistake jumping down here? Oh, absolutely. Oh. Always a mistake jumping down here. I love it. There is just nothing I can do. What a great way to get people interested in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where it's going to have to be called. As you can see, there'll be some parts in this game that are blurred out. There'll be some parts in this game that I've likely had to cut out and sensitize. Please understand, this is a game that I have found incredibly fun so far. It is very funny. It's a good bit of reading, but trust me, when it gets into the thick of it, it is so good. It is so unique, and it's got something for everyone, right? I personally am a fan of the grotesque and arabesque, so when it comes to things like this, I eat it up. I eat it up. So for me, it is right up my alley. Please, ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe, share the video around. We got to get this game better. We got to get this game more of a viewer base. This game is incredible. But, as always, take care of yourself and others, and be good people. Goodbye.